200 years ago. In this place, Burj Rashid, in northern Egypt, was the discovery that would change history. The discovery of the Rosetta Stone, which helped decode the hieroglyphic language and gave us the key to understanding and revealing the greatness of the ancient Egyptian civilization. Since 1802, the Rosetta Stone has been displayed in the British Museum. Despite its cultural significance to Egypt, the museum continues to ignore the repetitive calls for the repatriation of the monument, and even generates revenue from selling its replica. Meanwhile, Burg Rashid, the discovery site of the Rosetta Stone, continues to suffer from neglect and severe environmental and socio-economic challenges. From the rising sea levels to the loss of youth in working force and unacceptable standards of living. However, the Universal Declaration of Civilization Rights recognizes and reaffirms that countries and nations possess collective rights to safeguard their heritage structures and monuments, and that each country is entitled to claim the material and moral rights of its cultural and civilization heritage from any entity that exploits or employs this heritage directly and indirectly. Guided by the principles and articles of the Universal Declaration of Civilization Rights, the Rosetta Stone Return Consortium for COP27 has been formed to decipher civilization rights and climate change, achieve the goals of the United Nations for Sustainable Development, and link COP27 to COP28. The consortium is led by the Civilization Rights Institute, a nonprofit scientific and research organization, headquartered in Virginia, USA. It brings together implementing partners, sponsors, and supporters from Egyptian government institutions, domestic and international professional bodies, universities from Egypt, USA, Europe, and Arab countries, development companies, local and international consulting offices, and publishers. The consortium partners have put together a comprehensive development program for the Burj Rashid area, a platform for monitoring and measuring areas exposed to the dangers of climate change. The platform addresses the dual purposes of combating the impacts and threats of climate change and pursuing the civilization rights of the Rosetta Stone to sponsor developmental projects and community resilience initiatives in Burj Rashid. The platform's strategic objectives are monitoring the challenges of climate change and their environmental and socioeconomic impacts on the historic Burj Rashid area in the Mediterranean basin, implementing initiatives to advance the local community and combat the challenges of climate change, establishing funding mechanisms for the initiatives by pursuing all concerned authorities, including the British Museum, to claim the civilization rights of the Rosetta Stone, assessing progress towards sustainable development goals and related national projects, such as the Decent Life and Green Village projects, establishing a bank that catalogs developmental initiatives and research projects to capture lessons learned, best practices, and replicability to other regions in Egypt and the world. And finally, marketing the case of the Rosetta Stone and Burj Rashid as a guiding model for using civilization rights as a mechanism in dealing with the effects of climate change in heritage sites around the world. The proposed platform offers a unique cooperation model to deal with the effects of climate change on heritage sites and advance the local community at all levels: children, women, youth, workforce, and seniors. It also offers practical applications of the civilization rights principles, aimed at community resilience and accelerating progress towards sustainable development goals in heritage sites. It produces an integrated platform for evaluating alternative solutions based on data and evidence to achieve tangible progress towards sustainable development goals. And it will develop a catalog of replicable resources and solutions for using civilization rights to achieve sustainable development goals. In addition, the project outcome will manifest the concept of the Green Village in its totality and provide a model to be replicated elsewhere in Egypt and the world. The Rosetta Stone Return Consortium. From COP27 to COP28.